Well, dog my cats, oh my lucky stars, would you look at this? What have we here? You don't see that every day. Now that's a fun pick opportunity for the whole family. We're back at Disneyland, and boy, does it feel good to be home. What a crazy summer we had, but it is now autumn, and Disneyland is in full Halloween swing, minus these giant scrims over here. And by the way, our old wonderful bulbous friend Pumpkin Mickey, or as I like to call him, good old Winky Blinky Mickey, has been holding down the fort in the summer heat, all the summer heat waves, and he looks pretty darn happy to have some nice fall weather out here. People have got their jackets on. We've turned a page, and I, for one, am super stoked about it. Aren't you, Jimberly? I was out on Route 66 this summer, and then, of course, the Halloween season was here. As soon as I landed back in Southern California, we had to do horror nights and Halloween hunt over at Knott's Scary Farm, like right away, it felt like. Not to mention the Oogie Boogie Bash over in the other park over at Disney California Adventures, and I never really got to celebrate the opening of Halloween here at Disneyland because we were still putting out videos from that epic road trip. And other than that, it's been, one thing after another, one errand after another. And I really feel like I haven't had my head on straight ever since I got back from the road. It's almost like I never fully came back, but I'm back now and it feels good to be home. I don't know if you guys have ever struggled with it, but my whole life pretty much, at least my whole adult life, I have struggled with periods of depression and feeling locked up and kind of, mentally paralyzed. You almost get to where you feel like life is one big crazy errand, and that's sort of how I've felt lately, locked up, paralyzed, bizarrely held back by my own weird brain. I think it happens to all of us, but I know it happens to me that every once in a while, you get caught up with errands. I'm doing taxes, I'm doing all kinds of things like that. I think about the show, I think about the video adventures that we've done. I start thinking, oh no, I don't want to film that, I don't want to film that. It's got to be epic, it's got to be big. Each thing I do has got to be bigger and better than the thing that came before. And then I remember, wait a minute, that's not why I started all of this. I started all of this for fun, because I was having fun with it. And that's when I remember, dude, you got to put the fun back in, because nothing spoils creativity and actual art like somebody being in the room going, no, that's not good, and not having another suggestion. And well, folks, I have been doing that to myself quite a bit the last half of the summer here. And now that this cool autumn breeze has blown in, I feel like I said, I turned a page a little bit. I'm into a new era, we're into a new season, and that's why I'm down here at Disneyland. I'm down here to roam around, to have a little fun, and I'm also down here on this first cool night of autumn here in Southern California, because some of my friends who don't often come down to the park anymore are down here tonight, and I'm meant to join them, and I figured, you know what, why not bring you guys along for at least a little bit of the ride. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice this isn't Random Land. You know what it is? It's a sometimes vlog. Yeah. It's a vlog that happens sometimes, and sometimes it happens right down here on the rivers of America. Although it hasn't happened in a while, and it definitely doesn't happen often enough anymore. And I mean to change that. I'm just thinking out loud and just being honest about all the stuff about being inside of my own head. I'll tell you, I was in a band for years and years, right? Touring band, we were signed and all that kind of stuff. And I used to get this way back then too, where sometimes you'd be worried about what shows you're getting on or not getting on, what songs aren't working in the set when you're playing live, what kind of band drama is going on behind the scenes. And then I'd have to remind myself back then, you know what, dude? You didn't get into this to impress anybody else or even to impress yourself. You got into it for the love of it, the art of it, and the fun of it. And the same thing happens to me when I'm filming videos, to be honest. Dude, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling better already just sitting out here, just people watching the crowds go by. And look at this behind me, the Tiana transformation of this restaurant here in New Orleans Square is now complete, and there's a whole lot of other Tiana rising up over here behind the Haunted Mansion. In fact, this whole section of Disneyland, kind of beyond New Orleans Square, stretching out over towards Critter Country, is still largely pretty high in buck. Look at this, you got the Tiana's Palace now open. It looks nice. I heard the food is actually really good. I've heard they have some good gluten-free food in there, so even I might be able to experience soon. But yeah, I was gone all summer long on Route 66, and doing other stuff. And so I haven't had really much of a chance. Even though I've been down to Disneyland a few times. My parents came down here the other night for the first time in like 20 years. And we came down and rode Rise of the Resistance together and just had some reminiscences before Allie and I took off and let them have their day. But yeah, even though I've been down here a few times, I really haven't had a lot of time to come and really look at all this crazy stuff. You know, they're redoing the whole queue for the Haunted Mansion, which at the moment is Haunted Mansion Holiday. And they've got virtual queue action going on over here, so you can see the regular line is closed. And part of that might be because the actual regular line is blocked off by construction walls still over here. Oh, listen to that beautiful whistle. The Mark Twain Riverboat. Would it really be a Disney Kingdom Park without the riverboat, without the river, without the rivers of America? Well, that's a whole other conversation. Look at this as we cruise down past the Haunted Mansion, where, by the way, you can see they've moved the hearse in front of it. And I'll come back and look at all this in the daylight soon. You've got this thing rising up. And the reason I'm out here now, looking at this at night now, before I join my friends and family down here, is because you never know with Disney. Usually they cover all this stuff up, just like they've covered up Main Street Station with scrims, just to prevent you from seeing the work going on or anything like that. But this is that new gift shop that the concept artwork they released quite a while ago now was showing is going to be here at the exit of the Haunted Mansion, a brand new gift shop. And right here, it kind of replaces the Fast Pass area for Splash Mountain. And it's right here in front of what is now going to be Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And for whatever reason, I noticed this yesterday, it's not covered with scrims. You know, and that's kind of rare. So look at this metal monstrosity of a roof over here. They've got no roof. The critters are working slowly, I guess. And boy, does it jut out sort of into the walkway. So that was my main thing when I saw the concept artwork. So I was like, how is this going to work? Because you've got the gift shop entrance pretty much right behind that wall. And then look at the pinch here with the Harbor Gallery right over here in the walkway. And you can see, you know, there's stone coming around this walkway, and it gets quite narrow right here. So I'm kind of surprised because they had a thing called Project Stardust going on at Disneyland for the last couple of years, really since Star Wars Land was going to be built, and they were widening walkways and deleting curbs and making them, you know, kind of slanted. There it is, look at that, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And doing everything they could to eliminate benches, eliminate carts in the way, mostly for wider walkways and stuff. And then look at this crazy little pinched off area headed right towards Star Wars Land. So just kind of interesting that they chose that spot, although I don't know that they really had any other option unless they were going to reroute the whole flume for this ride. And it basically really is only taking up what used to be the Fast Pass area, where you'd go and get your actual physical paper Fast Passes, you know, to ride on Splash Mountain. And ever since they eliminated the old paper Fast Passes, and really ever since Splash Mountain wasn't too popular, leading up towards its demise, not that many people ever used that Fast Pass area. The Fast Passes all went virtual. So it was sort of a weird canopied stroller parking area, glorified stroller parking area. Nice place to sit down and rest, but ultimately sort of useless. Dude, this is crazy right here. Just seeing the mountain in such a forward state. I can see a couple of guys standing up there. So they are working on it. The rumor is that it'll open up in November. They were saying summer before. Of course, Disney World's opened in the summer. Ours closed a few months behind Disney World, so they're a little behind in the construction. And so now everybody's saying November. We'll see what happens. I'm not in a hurry to ride anything brand new nowadays with the virtual queues and stuff. It's like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Let's cruise down here. By the way, it's sort of a little creepy with the light on inside the cave up there right at the drop. It's like the Eye of Sauron or something like that. And then look at this. All of Critter Country, up until recently, was closed as they did some of this work down here. And I saw this the other night, but like I said, I was down here to see my parents and stuff like that. I really had no time to sort of absorb or, you know, think this stuff over, which is strange because it's like coming into your own house and seeing all the furniture being different. That's how familiar I am with Disneyland, right? They've changed the Hungry Bear restaurant. It is now going to be the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, which is interesting because they're bringing, you know, some Country Bear theming back to what was once their country. This was once called Bear Country, and it was later changed to Critter Country when they built Splash Mountain. But the Country Bear Jamboree was actually located, oh wow, look at that. You got new speakers. You've got new lights over here in what's going to be the queue for Tiana. I never noticed that the other day. I was going to say the Country Bear Jamboree was right over here, where Winnie the Pooh was. Now, it opened in 1971, was it? In Walt Disney World. It was one of the early attractions at Walt Disney World. It was actually originally designed for a ski resort that Walt Disney wanted to build, but that's a whole other story. And it was so popular in Florida, it was so popular at Disney World, that they decided to throw it into Disneyland. But it had such big crowds in Florida that instead of building a single Bear Jamboree theater here, they built a double theater. So there were actually two side-by-side theaters. You would enter through that sort of portal back there, and I'm just showing you a little Tiana as I walk around. I think you exited through this one, but you'd go in and have your choice of two different theaters back here. And the area was so big, that's why they were able to replace it, because nobody was really ever going in there. And that was the thing, you know, if it had been a single theater, it probably would have had periods of being busy and then other periods of being slow. But because they had a double theater, as the ride got less popular and less novel over the years, you know, it basically looked like nobody was ever in there. They wouldn't operate one of the theaters sometimes. And so it made a lot more sense to convert it to Winnie the Pooh. That's why it's a little bit funny that now that one bear has replaced the others, they're reintroducing the Country Bears over there in the theming of the Country Bear Barbecue Jamboree, and supposedly that big new carved wooden statue of Big Al over at DCA, which I'd really like to go and take another closer look at. I saw it quickly during Oogie Boogie. Didn't really get a chance to snuggle up with them the way I wanted to. I believe that's coming over here to be part of the restaurant. Look at this big old yellow monstrosity, this main entrance here. Old Brer Rabbit's barn has been transformed forever. But yeah, they reopened Critter Country finally. They finally got this in enough of a forward state over here that they were able to let people into the land, and they fixed the plumbing or whatever they were doing. All of this is very interesting. Look at this. This whole row of buildings back here, which they built during the Country Bear, Bear Country days, which included Teddy Barra's Swingin' Arcade. There's still a sign for it back there. I don't think we can get any closer to it, can we? Let's walk around this way. And some other, Country Bear references. This was all sort of converted during Critter Country. Some of that stuff was taken out. And then as Winnie the Pooh came to dominate this area, they put this Winnie the Pooh 100 Acre Wood Characters photo op in front of it. But it's always still said Teddy Barra's Swingin' Arcade up there. Another Country Bear reference that has not yet been deleted, and I'm very pleased to see, wow, look at all this Tiana stuff. So strange. It's so the same and it's so different. I'm very pleased to see that so far that little nod to the Country Bear Country past is still there. Although, you'll notice looking around, no more Mr. Bluebird's house. None of the old Splash Mountain references are here. But I'm pleasantly surprised when the scrim came down on this, that this little Disney nugget, history nugget, is still there. But obviously they're repainting this stuff, they're getting it ready. It really does feel like, especially so you can see a lot of the show lights are on, there are people walking around up there everywhere, tracking everything. It really feels like it's pretty imminent. And we are now basically at the end of September, really about to cruise into October. And so that November opening seems more and more likely to me. I'll look at the poster artwork right here on the walls. However, it wouldn't surprise me if they started soft opening it up even as early as October. And it wouldn't surprise me if they delayed the whole thing until January and do it after the Christmas holidays, because it gets packed down here whether or not you have a new attraction. Crazy. I have some crazy memories of Splash Mountain. The reason that I was kind of like a little sappy about it going away wasn't anything to do with my deep love of the Song of the South movie some of the characters came from. No, it had to do with the fact that I was about, 6 years old or so when this opened up here at Disneyland. And it was kind of the first big new attraction, certainly the big e-ticket attraction that was brand new kind of in my time that I remember coming and riding the new ride. And so I just had lots of memories of this being the biggest, baddest. Oh, it's the biggest, baddest drop. It's the coolest thing ever. And so lots of nostalgia for coming with my parents to ride the new ride and all that kind of stuff. And actually I have probably equal amounts, if not more. Hey, how's it going? Equal amounts, if not more nostalgia for the Indiana Jones adventure, Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, for the same reason, because that opened in the mid-90s. I was just sort of in my tweens area. I was a little bit of a bigger kid, so I kind of remember that with a lot more clarity. I remember the first time we ever got in the line for it. It wasn't opening day, I don't think, but it was really, really close. Certainly opening week. And we were in the line for that thing. It might have been the opening day to the public, like not the media day, but the opening day to the public. And my cousin Sherry and my brother and I were in that line, and it just broke down so many times. We were in that line forever. And does anybody remember, they used to have restrooms halfway up that queue. I swear, I mean, this is like maybe Mandela effect, but I haven't really probed this or looked deeply into this or looked online or looked up any forums. But my memory is they had bathrooms in the queue, because that line was so long because of the breakdowns and people never wanted to leave the line. They're like, I'm not losing my place. I've been in this line for 6 hours. I remember them having restrooms in there. They might be cast restrooms now or sort of an emergency thing if you ask a cast member. I believe they were in there right before you went in the Bat Cave, although I could totally be remembering it wrong. These things tend to happen, you know, when you're reaching back all the way to the 90s, which is insane when you think about this. And I know this is a popular meme right now online, that if you went back in time 30 years today, like Marty did in Back to the Future, he'd be going back to 94. You know, he went from the 80s to the 50s. That felt like it was such a far reach. And now if we went back 30 years, we'd be going to the 90s. And then I remember the 90s, and then I remember something else. But I'm old. Anyway, I wanted to take this little wander before I met up with my friends just to absorb a little more of this new reality over here. And I was expecting to kind of come over here and say, man, it's weird because I just remember when this was all brand new. But what I'm really tripping out on is like, weird, dude. It doesn't feel like it closed Splash Mountain that long ago. And now Tiana already rises from the swamp, rises from the old briar patch. And this is rising too, this crazy, weird gift shop. And so, you know, I'm gonna come look at this again in the daytime pretty soon, but I thought I'd come take a peek of it now, just in case they throw up any scrims. And if you're wondering what it's supposed to eventually look like, because people are like, well, just wait, it'll look better when it's fitting in the theme. It's supposed to look like that. I don't know about you. It doesn't seem to fit into my eye. But you cannot always judge from concept art, and you can't always judge from how it's going to look when it's brand new, right? You have to give it some time, to settle in and to sort of get that nice old school patina on it. And so we'll see how it ends up fitting in over here with the Haunted Mansion, which is supposed to be New Orleans themed, although it's based on a actual mansion, an old mansion that was long demolished, but a mansion that was once in Baltimore. There's a little Baltimore connection for you with the old Haunted Mansion. Look at that Haunted Mansion holiday going there. I can hear that little outside music, which by the way is originally the music box music from the Phantom Manor in Paris. Speaking of which, at the risk of major spoilers, I did get the call and I should be going back to Disneyland Paris sometime this winter. That's all I can say for now. All right. It's time for me to find my friends who are somewhere around here. Let's see what they're up to. All right, who I'm looking for is George and Tyler. And if I know anything about Tyler and George, is that they're huge Tiana fans. So I'm expecting them to be here somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. There they are, Tiana's biggest fans. We got Tiana Tyler and Tiana George. How's it going, George? How you doing, homie? You look excited to be at the park again. You don't have a pass anymore, right?
I do not have a pass.
So this is one of your rare nights where you're in the park, you're enjoying yourself, you got some friends around, or at least a friend around here. Your only friend.
We're enjoying ourselves.
And why are we sitting around, dude? Let's get on a ride. All right, this has not happened for legitimately years. I don't think this has happened since pre-pandemic. But the ride we're trying to catch before George has to take off and go to work is the Millennium Falcon, AKA Smugglers Run. Unfortunately, we smugglers walked all the way over here, and so we ran out of time. And George is telling us he doesn't want to call into his work and pretend that he had the runs or anything.
I can't do it.
Why?
Because I've never been late. I've been late one time in the last 14 years.
And now, like Tyler said, it'll be 2, so it'll be more.
My
More is
job
better.
knows I'm here because I parked at my job.
Oh, come on,
I gotta
George.
take the shuttle back over.
Well, you're gonna miss the most epic Falcon ride of all time. I hope you know.
It's not that epic, just letting you know,
No,
guys.
this ride is gonna be epic. This one that we do.
Nah.
All right. Well, do you love me?
Of course.
Then why don't you get on the ride with me, dude?
Can't
You
do
should
it.
do anything for the people you
Can't-
love. All
can't
right.
do it,
Well,
can't
George
do
is
it.
out, but we did record That Thing You Do commentary last night with George.
That was a lot of fun. I
for
can't wait to listen to it
Patreon.
tonight.
So get on Patreon, check out our That Thing You Do movie commentary, the first of many movies coming your way. We're gonna do The Goonies next. Tyler's never seen it. It's been so long. It has been so long, and we're finally doing it. I don't think I've ever been on this with you, George. Have you ever been on this ride with me?
Shut up and walk.
All right, we gotta walk fast. George has got to take off. He has got to go to work. And so we are really up against the clock here. We've got to smuggle some stuff quickly, get a bounty on our heads, run for our lives, run from Jabba the Hutt. Jeez Louise, I've never seen George walk this fast in my life. This guy makes 0.5 Pat's light speed. Right now, George is the fastest hunk of man in the galaxy. Here we go. I'd love to hang around in here and take in some of the ambiance, but George is in a hurry. Poor Allie's trying to keep up with those little legs. Come on, Allie, George is already ditching us. Whoa. Even when it's a walk-on, what a walk. Oh, dude, I forgot how cool it was just to see the Falcon in this cube. That's so freaking awesome. Sick. Yeah, me neither, Honda Accord. Me neither.
We'll talk later.
Oh, dude, this, I forgot how freaking sick this is. Dude, say what you want about Star Wars Land, and yeah, it's worn out its welcome a little bit. This is still sick. Just is. You've done this before, right?
Not done.
Oh, that is so freaking awesome. All right. Hey, Tyler, you should kiss me in here like Han and Leia kissed.
I'm not gonna do that.
Why not? Thanksgiving Avatar, Flight of the Conchords, or whatever that ride is called. Flight of the Conchords. Do you love Flight of the Conchords? Do you love Avatar?
Line up behind the train.
She likes it. She's into it, dude. I can tell. I can tell.
Zahelu,
Jake Zahelu.
I am coming along with you.
No way, dude. This is it. It's been a while.
And supervisor.
Hey, how's it going?
Por favor.
Put your hood up like a Jedi. All right, I'm sitting right here. I'll be right behind you guys, George.
You get to go the hyper
Hey,
speed.
Yeah.
are you ready? Can you
Sure.
handle this?
Yes.
This is your first space flight, Tyler? Can you handle this?
Oh, it's not my first.
Oh. You guys okay? Don't worry, she'll hold together. You hear me, baby? Hold together.
Hurry now. Time is up.
Ah!
Alright, pilots, look on the yellow tab at the end of your seat. You might gunners go right ahead. My engineer. Awesome.
What is this? I forget. I forget what this does.
We are clear on 029.
Whoa!
Engineers,
You guys ready?
prepare test. Hit your flashing
Star
button.
Wars, starring Tyler and George and Allie and Alex and me.
Right, pilot.
Here we go again.
Pilot on the left. Move your stick to fly right and left. I was
Whoa!
Say that. Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly
You're
down.
already bouncing me around, Tyler. Hey! Who's in charge? Ow! Who's in charge of this crazy ship?
Right, pilot. Make the jump to light speed.
All right, here we go, George. Light speed. Yeah! Light speed. I forgot I'm supposed to be doing something.
Yes, keep shooting.
Something.
Take evasive action.
Whoa! I really know how to push your buttons, Sally. Watch out, Alex.
Left pilot.
Look at these guys. They're taking out. Tyler, why?
My friends, that could have been bad.
Oh, you broke it. Chewbacca is gonna be mad. Whoa! Ah! Jeez Louise!
Excellent, my friends. Now power up the ship.
Bantha voodoo, George. Bantha voodoo. Here we go.
You see, just as I promised, my friends.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to keep tapping this button. I keep forgetting. I gotta control the laser cannon. Shoot the thing. Oh wait, it's my job to shoot the thing. Did we do it? Yo!
Gunship.
Do it, George! I believe in you! Do it, George!
Fire the missiles at the train.
Fire! Yo! Whoa!
It's coming down.
going, kid. Now let's blow this and get out of here.
Great job, my friends.
What the hell are you at, too?
You retrieved 1 container of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance.
We got one. Then we got one container.
Proud.
Hey, great job. High five, Allie. We did
After
it.
my modest
We got one
your
container, Tyler. How do you
That's
feel?
what you owe me for
Get off my ship.
Hey, thank you so much. We did a great job. We got one whole container. We got one rad container of coaxium. What's it called? Coaxium? What do we get, Tyler? One container of what?
And no profit. Coaxium.
Coaxium. What does that do?
Beats me.
Beats me too.
Oh, it's petroleum.
Petroleum jelly.
Space petroleum. All right, now where are we going next, George? Where are we going on next?
We're going to work.
Oh, where do you work again?
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember. It's gonna be pretty hard for him to get there. All right, well, we've disembarked from the Falcon. Dude, how sick is that that exists? And George is disembarking from the group. It's kind of nice, dude. It's kind of nice going on that ride. I have not been on that ride, I think, since 2019. Really, since the first year that it was rocking in the free world. So there we go. George is getting his fun pick. Say goodbye, George. All right, there he goes to write that hit song, Alone in His Principles. Hate to see him go, but I love to watch him walk away. Right, Tyler? What's next, buddy?
Alice in Wonderland, dude.
Alice in what?
The best ride, Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, all right. I'm not sure if I could hear you say that. New camera, who's this? Actually, that's another reason why I'm out here and why the adventure is so random, because I've only used this camera out in the middle of nowhere on Route 66 with a wireless mic. I've never used it freeform like this in a theme park. What a fun one. All right, this is it. We are going behind the teacups over to Alice in Wonderland. Oh my gosh, it has been a while since I've been on this, and I have a great photo of this load area in the 50s, so maybe the next time we come back and do full Random Land, I have got some great then and now material for you guys. There's something very interesting that used to be in the queue for Alice in Wonderland in the 50s. It's no longer here. That I just can't wait for you to look at. Does this ride go upside down? I'm worried about going upside down.
No, you're good.
I don't want to go upside down, Tyler.
You're good.
Look at this. We packed the 2 beans in the front, and we got the meat and chili in the back here.
He went this way. No, that way.
Dude, that's you and me, Tyler. That's actually me. I'm always late, bro. Always late. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to drink cough syrup right before coming on this ride. Dude, I love these woods. The total G woods. Oh no!
He went this way.
Thanks, Cat. Tyler, we should take a page out of their book and we should paint the town red tonight. Yeah, Disney Town.
Okay. And rule 42. The queen always wins.
With their head!
Whoa! Tim Burton's favorite ride. Ah, and there it is. The beautiful view of the Matterhorn. I always forget they oceaned this ride, dude. Oh, yeah. They got rid of the scary leaf track and replaced it with this fun experience. Ah, what a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. All right, this tea party is over, friend. Time for us to be thinking about shutting down. All right. Well, looks like I almost called it Splash Mountain because I just heard the kids say Splash Mountain, but it looks like It's a Small World is shut down. They're getting ready for that Small World holiday action. But what we're doing now is we are heading in to the revised, the reinvigorated Mickey's Toontown. So like I said, this is all about getting my head on straight, and what better way to get my head on straight than to spend a little time at Disneyland with the friends, go on a few rides, and have a little bit more fun. So what follows is a montage of everything that happens next. Dude, check out my sick new shirt. Glows in the dark and glows under black light. Pretty sick swag I'm wearing. Alright. watch the goat. I like to watch the skunks. Woo! Dude, right here somewhere, Tyler, I swear when this ride opened, I thought there were restrooms in here. Like in the queue. Do you have any memory of that?
Don't swear.
No, but I could have sworn, but... seriously, literally, do you have any memories of that?
I have no memory of there being restrooms in this line.
So it's Mandela effect.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the bathroom in your pants.
Well, but I'm from another timeline, I think, because I remember there being refreshers in here, dude. I also remember this crazy pole that you could pull, and, well, never mind. Guess that wasn't real either.
They just never put that back on.
No, they did not.
Don't step on it.
Whoa!
Up to the left. And watch. There's 6 steps.
Pirates
Supposed to have flash on and turn it off.
of the Caribbean. I was just about to say busted. Caught that on camera.
Oh no.
You are no longer welcome in the Blue Bayou, ma'am. Wow. That's me on the porch one day. That's my dream. To own my own home, sit on my porch, smoking a pipe. Is he still smoking? I'm surprised Disney let him keep smoking. Oh yeah. What a beautiful night, man. I'm feeling the love tonight. I'm feeling the Disneyland love, and this spot always reminds me of that Adventures in the Magic Kingdom video game. You know, the NES one? You guys remember, right? Really important park update. Still no sign of the missing Disneyland donut. The donut is no more. We can be really loud, we got our own boat. Woohoo! That's my other dream. I need that gold so I can get that house in the swamp I'm always dreaming of. Would you live in the swamp with me if I moved to the swamp?
I guess so.
We were meant to be. Something about the classics, dude. That's why they're so crowded. They keep adding new stuff. People just want to ride the classics, or at least I do. Yarr! It be Boba Depp, Captain Boba Depp ship, blasted away at the fort. Yarr! Dive! Dive! Wait, that's submarine. All right, gang. I think that just about does it for this random adventure to Disneyland. Since I'm not sponging for rum, I think this is all she wrote. It's that beautiful time of night where the park is now closed, and I would like nothing better than to walk to the farthest point and linger my way through it. But I won't do that. All these employees have places to be. I'm sure they'd like to go home and be with their loved ones. And that's what I'm about to go do. Go home and be with Allie. All right. As much as I love Disneyland and as much fun as we've had tonight, it is now officially over. You can see all the people filing down Main Street, USA, making their way out, telling their last little inside jokes to each other. The staff are already sweeping up. The stores are closing. The restaurants have already closed. No more gluten-free hot dogs. It's time for us all to go home and sleep well. But only after I enjoy a little time on the porch with my friend Tyler.
Oh, this is a little much.
No.
A little much.
He loves me. Go home and sleep well.
See ya.
Nice haircut.
Thanks.